Speak with families and friends about their loss. WLB News 10 at 6 starts now.
Well, time now is 6:01 p.m. and today we're beginning a series of reports intended to find out, is Albany a safe place to live?
It's a question even we get when we recruit journalists. Every major employer in town has to answer that same question. Is the answer perception or reality? WLB Investigates Heidi Paxson seeks to answer that question through facts.
Jim and Jamie, it's a question that I asked both of you and researched myself before I took the job here at WALB almost exactly a year ago. My first instinct was, well, to turn to Google, and it must be a frequent request because the search engine will complete the sentence for you. Then popped up an answer that frankly concerned me, that Albany has one of the highest crime rates in America. After talking with our news director who recently moved here himself, I decided to check it out. And honestly, I was really surprised by the kindness everyone showed, the coffee shops, the charming nature of South Georgia. Fast forward to now. In my year here, I've covered crime and have been on the scenes of tragedies we cover. But when I'm out shopping or grocery shopping, I can honestly say I've never once felt like I would be shot or robbed. I'm truly happy and I do feel safe. When job candidates come through the door, I tell them the same thing, but I do wonder, are my feelings just that, my perception? Is the reality different for others?
First-time visitors are often struck by the same things. Just about everything you need is here, and there are beautiful places to visit. But as in most cities, there are challenges. 1 in 4 people in Albany lives in poverty, and poverty typically goes hand in hand with crime, but that doesn't necessarily answer the question, is Albany safe? We took that question to Albany Police Chief Michael Persley, who has his own reputation, that being candidness and transparency.
It does have the reputation of being a dangerous city because of crime. What do you think the truth is about crime in Albany?
I believe there's a misrepresentation, and it's a lot to do with the perception. And honestly, perception, to a lot of people, perception is reality.
We turned to Facebook to ask you and got more than 1,000 answers. Although it's a small sample, there is no question there is a perception that Albany is unsafe. 81% of people on our online poll said Albany is not a safe place to live. But perception is not reality. We're focusing on the facts. So we asked Chief Persley for 5 years worth of crime stats, the number of thefts, robberies, rapes, assaults, and homicides. There were plenty of surprises, one being that property crimes are the most common offenses. Chief Persley tells us poverty does go hand in hand with property crimes. From January to March of this year, there were already more than 1,000 incidents.
Poverty does play a part because to some people now, you're right. If I go out here and I sell drugs, if I go out here and I break into a car, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm trying to make some money so I can survive or my family can survive. You're still breaking the law. That's where the community partners come in.
And there have been some high-profile public shootings while you've been here. 2 years ago, we had Nigel Brown, an 8-year-old boy who was shot and killed while sleeping. In March, Antoine Penn, he was shot and killed while in his car with his wife. What do you think these incidents say about the safety of the people who work, live, play in Albany?
Just the other night, we investigating a case where a guy was driving down the street, another vehicle drove up behind him and started shooting at him. Why is that? We always want to know the backstory. Well, why would somebody just arbitrarily start shooting at someone? Those are the challenges that we're facing here. And it is a shame because when you have a person who's doing something reckless and dangerous, it does impact the perception. Yes, I understand. People, minding their own business, and they get caught in the crossfire of what some other people are doing that should not have occurred.
Statistics and sound bites cannot answer our big question, but sometimes comparisons can help. We looked at violent crime numbers in several comparable cities: Kalamazoo, Michigan, Gary, Indiana, and Lake Charles, Louisiana. We found that our violent crime numbers are comparable.
And as we continue this series, we're really trying to look at the positives as well, identifying people working day in and day out to help solve these challenges and ultimately make the city a safer place. We plan to tell those stories in the next coming weeks.
All right, thanks so much, Heidi, for that really informative report. It's still really nice outside, and it feels like